Hi, welcome to Coding Mansa channel. Today I'm going to discuss about sepsis and coding guidelines. So please make a note of the codes of sepsis which I'm going to show you. Sepsis, severe sepsis and septic shock coding guidelines. If only sepsis is documented, which is a systemic infection, we give code from A41.X series. If organism is not specified, then we give A41.9. Severe sepsis with acute organ dysfunction. Codes are like this. First you code for septic organism A41.9, followed by severe sepsis code R65.2, followed by acute organ dysfunction code. Then if urosepsis is documented, there is no specific code in alphabetic index. It should be queried to physician stating that which type of sepsis is present to the patient. If septic shock is documented, it means circulatory failure associated with severe sepsis. Codes are like this. First you code for septic organism A41 series, followed by severe sepsis code R65.21, followed by severe sepsis with septic shock code. If septic shock is due to post procedure, then we code T81.12, followed by acute organ dysfunction. I hope this is clear with sepsis with severe sepsis with acute organ dysfunction, septic shock coding. Now let us see sepsis, severe sepsis with localized infection. If given, localized infection like pneumonia or cellulitis is developed, okay, for patient. If first we have to see reason for admission. If reason for admission is sepsis, severe sepsis with localized infection, codes are like this. First you code for A41.9, second you code for localized infection. Likewise, if it is severe sepsis, okay, A41.9 followed by severe sepsis followed by localized infection. If reason for admission is localized infection, later patient developed sepsis or severe sepsis during admission, then you have to code localized infection as primary diagnosis, followed by A41 series, followed by R65.2, followed by acute organ dysfunction. If sepsis is documented due to a post procedure, then the codes are like this. T81.40 to 43, post procedural infection, followed by T81.44, sepsis following a procedure. If patient is obstetric, then codes are O86.002 to O86.03, that is infection of obstetrical surgical wound, followed by O86.44, sepsis following an obstetric procedure. After these two codes, if we have to code infectious agent, okay, A41 series, followed by R65.2 if severe sepsis is documented, followed by acute organ dysfunction code. If sepsis is due to infection following infusion, transfusion, therapeutic injection, then code T80.2 as the primary code, followed by infection code. If it is by immunization, then T88 series followed by infection code. Then if post-procedural infection and post-procedural septic shock is documented, codes are like this. First you code T81.40 to 43, second would be your infectious agent, third would be your T81.12, fourth would be your acute organ dysfunction. Then, if sepsis or severe sepsis is associated with non-infectious process like trauma or burn, sometimes sepsis is also caused due to trauma or burn, which is a non-infectious process. Codes are like this. First code would be non-infectious condition, second would be your infectious agent, third would be severe sepsis code, fourth would be acute organ dysfunction. Remember one thing, they never code SIRS when severe sepsis is coded. I hope this is clear on sepsis. Hey, thanks for watching sepsis coding guidance. I think I'm clear about those codes. Stay tuned for more guidelines, chapter specific guidelines. Thank you. Bye bye.